106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Wow!
Welcome back to the Blues Brothers Minute. This is the show where we view and discuss the film The Blues Brothers from 1980, 2 minutes at a time. My name is Tom Taylor. I'm here, as always, with my good friend Mike DiMaria.
Stomach hurts today. My stomach's in
What did you eat?
Sorry.
Too many
I don't know.
sun chips.
I'm right in the middle. I'm right in the middle of it. I'm just going to battle right through it.
Yeah.
But let's set everything up, and then we'll have plenty of time to talk about what's going on in my stomach right now.
Okay.
Fair enough. Outside of Mike's stomach, we have our other friend, Dan Lewis. Welcome, Dan.
Hey, how you doing? It's not just me. My own mother's in town.
Hey, get out of here.
Me. Yeah.
Hi, Dan's
she's
mom.
in town. I'm waiting on her to come back from her sojourn today.
She's got a very
Nice.
foul mouth.
Yeah, I might drop after. I might, just sort of drop out of go to mute for a minute or two.
She's
But you
got a
won't
very,
probably
Sure.
notice.
very foul mouth, mother.
So yeah,
She
make
does
sure
have
make sure you
my
mute that.
mother-
We don't want any foulness on here.
My mom does a lot of effing and jeffing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question.
Jeff, gross.
Yeah.
Well, just keep her away from us. This is a family show,
Mm-hmm.
for fuck's sake. So let's just keep it clean and above board. As we
Yeah.
discuss minutes 95 and 96 of the Blues Brothers, which features the Blues Brothers and a bunch of kids out there spreading the word about the upcoming show at the Palace Hotel. We see friends from throughout the film finding out about the show. We see James Brown. We see Aretha Franklin, Ray Charles, everybody. And then after all that and spreading the word and putting the word on the streets, the Bluesmobile runs out of gas.
Yeah, but you left
The
out
end.
one of the most important people that are learning about the Blues Brothers upcoming show, and that's Tucker McElroy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to him soon.
He's so recent. I didn't think of him as like a flashback kind of guy, or like, he's like James Brown. We haven't seen in I think it was summertime when we talked about James
Yeah,
Brown,
it
and now
was.
it's like approaching 15 degrees below zero here in Chicago.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry
We
about
got a
it.
polar vortex coming at us.
Yeah,
we'll get to
we're
it.
minutes
We'll get
away from it. Actually, we've already reached the tipping point as I was driving in.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, the zero. It flatlined at zero, and I said that's the tipping point. And then
Yeah,
as I was
that's
coming in, it was -1 degree.
Oh,
My
boy.
phone is telling me it's -2 right now. Fahrenheit.
Jesus.
We'll see. Forecasts are that it will be as cold as the peak of Mount Everest in Chicago, or as Antarctica.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, we're looking at
no need to take any sojourn down
No.
there. You can just go out in your backyard and chat with the penguins.
it's looking.
The polar bear.
They're expecting -21 without wind chill, so -21 degrees.
Yeah.
And with wind chill, they're
Oof.
looking at close to -50 with wind chill tomorrow.
Well, that's
That's
funny
ridiculous.
about the wind chill is that, it's -21, but it's so cold that the only way wind chill can happen is if somebody is there to experience it, right? Like
Right.
the whole point of the wind
That's
chill
true.
is that like you have this like radiating heat around your body, right? And the air pushes it away and makes it feel colder. But if it's not happening to a person, then it doesn't exist.
Mhm.
And if it's too cold to go outside, then the wind chill can't come into play.
Human beings control almost every aspect of the universe, really, when you think about it.
Well, there has to
Same
be
way,
some.
is that what you're saying?
Okay, to Dan's point, there has to be something to feel the wind chill, because when they say it's
Yeah.
-15, but it feels like -51.
Yeah, if you're stupid
Right.
enough to go out in it in -15.
Oh, I'll be.
Well, David
stupid
Letterman
enough.
would always go off on that. Like, no, if it feels like -15, then it's -15. What is the wind? It's not like it's 10, but then with the wind chill, it feels like -15.
No, yeah,
that's the
that's
temperature. It's -15.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing to say is that what difference does it make if you're not out in it?
Right.
It's entirely,
yeah.
although, you may have to do things like think about leaving the tap dripping to keep the pipes from freezing.
We got those. We got all that going right now
Yeah.
here at the Taylor house.
58, a
Dripping.
nippy 58 today with a
Careful.
slight breeze out of the northwest. No big deal.
If you go out, be sure to wear a windbreaker, Dan. I
Yeah.
don't want you to get hurt or frostbitten or
It's
anything.
not bad. It's not bad.
Might wear long sleeves if you need to.
Gonna go seal watching this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, so that'll be nice
Yeah, it's great.
with your mom,
with my
I'm
mom.
assuming.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
It was standing
time.
room only at the grocery store just a couple hours ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went
Yeah,
to
I
get
hate
a
when you
cake.
that
can't sit
sucks.
down at the grocery store.
Standing room
Yeah,
only, and
can't get a good seat.
everything was picked over at the grocery store. I think all that was
Yeah,
left
looked
was
like-
a few packs of Little Debbie's.
The apocalypse.
And yeah,
Some crushed snowballs.
Yeah,
yeah.
not even the good little Debbies.
I'm telling you, I'm battling something. I'm battling something right now. So
Okay.
if
You're battling your little Debbie's addiction that you couldn't.
no,
couldn't
Demons?
get your fix for.
no, if you hear me take some deep breaths, that's just me trying to.
I don't want to hear it.
It's like I'll try to do a little play-by-play, but it's
All right.
it's like I swallowed some raw chicken or something. That's what it feels like.
Oh God.
What?
Oh.
What?
Like there's some sort of a bacteria
voodoo
or
ritual.
something. Yeah, it feels like it's like the Jets and the Sharks are going at it in my stomach. Doing a little choreographed knife fighting.
Yeah.
It's like West Side Story in my stomach right now.
Your large and small intestines had their wrists tied together and they're in
Yeah.
a knife fight.
When you're
Eddie
a
Van Halen
when
plays.
you're a virus all the way.
Ah. Yeah, we'll fight through it. We'll fight
When you
through
make
it.
all the food going out the wrong way. There you go.
All right.
Straight water.
No. All right, just stop right now, okay, fuckers. Because it hurts.
Oh.
It hurts, and I feel like if I touch my stomach, I'm gonna be in the hospital.
Oh.
If you touch your stomach
Like
from
if
the
I-
outside,
yeah, like
or
if I
just
push on it.
rest your hand on your
Yeah,
belly.
it hurts.
Ugh.
Oh.
God. How long has this been going on?
About 25 minutes. It just started.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Then if I do go, I got to battle it out in that cold. Get to the hospital in this cold. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Breathe in and out.
All right, well, you breathe deeply. Breathe deep and slow. Maybe we could discuss the Blues Brothers for a minute or two.
Yeah, how about that? So
Yeah.
they're going along with their big giant speaker that Mike astutely pointed out they stole
Yeah.
from the playground.
Right.
And then you get this really kind of cute cut of all these like fun little kids, sort of hawking
Yeah.
the show.
I like that.
It's really hard to take my mind off of the fact that the kids are essentially our age, almost exactly, now.
Right now.
That's actually kind of true, isn't it? Wow. That's nuts.
They
We
should
look
recreate
up
the
these guys
scene.
and see
Yeah,
what
should
they're doing
recreate
and-
the scene with each one
Oh
of
my
them
God.
saying, "Tonight, one night only, fabulous
One
Blues
night only.
Brothers." Yeah, one night only.
Fabulous Blues Brothers.
Yeah. My life turned out this way.
I have a feeling that'd be awful.
Hmm.
I don't think I want to see that.
No, there's a lot of things I don't want to see.
No. Although maybe they're great. Maybe they're all having awesome lives. Who knows? It is really hard. I'm impressed. I didn't think about this before, but I'm impressed that we get a string of kids. And it seems so hard these days for people to put a kid in a movie and not have it be really saccharine and awful. And you just want to punch the kid in the face. And slap a kid up there who's supposed to be cute
What?
and heartwarming. And you just want to vomit. I don't know. It just seems like kids in movies are usually really
It's
offensive,
usually
and really
awful.
grating.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
shouldn't say punch a kid in the face, though. Grown man.
You want to punch them in the face, but you don't do it. You're a human being. You're a civilized member of society, but you
I
want to do it.
I told you this
want to punch them in
before.
the face.
I told you this before that the one kid I really wanted to punch in the face as a kid, a TV kid, was that Oliver on
Oh
on
God,
Different
yeah.
Strokes.
I would have held him down for you.
Well,
Mike.
no. Wait, was it Oliver or was it the one with the
Sam?
gulp of milk? Sam, that's the one.
Oh, Sam.
Oh.
Oh, you're mixing Oliver from
Brady
the
Bunch.
Brady Bunch with
Yeah.
Sam
A
from
totally
Same
understandable
difference, like
mistake.
new
Yeah.
Moppet kid.
Yeah, they both had that
Yeah.
that mop hair.
Mm.
But
Just
Sam.
as twee and annoying
That's
as
the
they
one.
could possibly be.
No, but the one that we covered this again, and I'm going to guess a little bonus material is when
Mm-hmm.
it was when Mr. D started dating Dixie Carter, who was Sam's mom.
Mr.
Yeah,
D.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like first when Arnold was getting to know Sam, and Dixie Carter had the pitcher of milk, and she's like, "Mama, can I?" He goes, "Mama, can I have 2 gullops of milk?" And she goes, "Sure,
Oh,
you
the
can." And she pours the
gullops.
milk. Yeah, that was the one that made Tom feel all uncomfortable.
I feel uncomfortable right
Right.
now. I feel like I understand what you're talking about with your gut
Right.
and the raw
And
chicken.
she
gulping.
poured it, and it went gullop, gullop, and that was 2 gullops. And then Arnold was all excited and all happy. He's like, "Oh, I want 2 gullops of milk." And he looks at him and he goes, "You can't. It won't work for you because you're not from the South."
Right.
And she's like, "He's right." And
Oh
and
boy.
Sam's right. And she poured the milk, and it was just silent. This is like some straight up racist bullshit. This is like some straight up like hidden dog whistle racism right here.
Yeah.
It won't work for
It
you.
won't
You're
work
not
for
from
you.
the South.
Right.
Yeah. You're not the right kind of person.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at
It
that.
won't
Arnold.
work for you.
me.
It's white milk for white people. Extra
Yeah, so we get these gullops.
skim people.
Yeah. This one's
2%.
full fat
2%.
milk. This has all the fat and all the vitamins in it. You get that skim shit. There's no gullops in
Yeah.
that.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna find that clip. My stomach is killing me.
Please
Oh
don't.
my God.
You don't need to watch that then, Mike. You're just going to hurt yourself. You don't need
Yeah,
gullops.
he
on this
promised
kind of
never to
stomach.
say gullop again. I seem to remember.
Yeah, it was. I guess technically that was a different show. That was the Caddyshack Minute, episode 21.
Oh,
But still, we don't appreciate it. Enough with the
I
gullops.
think I'm gonna be gulloping in about 45 minutes from now.
You might be. How's your streak going?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You know how they
yeah.
said shows would jump the shark because they base it on the Fonzie jumping over the shark with the water skis. They could have just as easily said that when a show gullops, it means it goes bad.
Let's try to start that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That show was good for a while, but like season 7 really gulloped.
You think we get
Gulped all
it's
over
more
the place.
pithy?
It really
You think we can undercut the
yeah.
jump the shark people?
We can try.
Steal all their business.
Grassroots grassroots movement to get gullop in there in the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
I think we can. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be us.
John Hine.
Mhm.
But yeah.
John Hine. Akine. But yeah, so they get the string of kids, and I like them. They're all charming fellows, and they seem like they belong in a Blues Brothers movie. And
Yeah.
they're not
They're
obnoxious
orphans.
to me. I like them.
They're
orphans.
nice kids.
They're
Yeah.
the MacGuffins of the movie. They're the ones that they're on this mission for.
Right.
By golly,
Absolutely.
does that make them the MacGuffin? I may have just misused MacGuffin.
No,
and
I think the MacGuffin is
the $5,000.
it is. I think that is the MacGuffin. Yeah, I get a little
Okay.
confused, even though I'm a big Hitchcock fan, and it's
Mhm.
kind of his. He was big into that. But is it
Yeah.
the MacGuffin is either the sort of plot that the movie that makes it go, but it's not really what the movie is about.
It's what everybody in the movie cares about and is trying to get, but it really doesn't matter what it is. Kind of.
Yeah, that sounds.
I always think of like
maybe
the
that's right.
uranium powder or something in Notorious.
Yeah, that's
with
right.
Cary Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like oh, the Nazis are trying to get this, but well, who cares what it is? It's just like what they're trying to get.
It doesn't matter. They need to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I always
about
get hung up on. You're not gonna be surprised if I'm gonna say the word Star Wars right now. I'm always like the Death Star plans is what everyone's after, but is that technically a MacGuffin since it's also actually a useful thing in the movie that the rebels then use to destroy the Death Star?
I think it might be a MacGuffin. Doesn't matter what it is, though.
I guess
That's
it's
true, right? Isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah,
Any
I don't
kind
know.
of powerful thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Film scholars greater than us need to weigh in on this. So please do. Join us at the Blues Brothers Listeners Hole on Facebook. And please let us know if the Death Star plans are a MacGuffin and if they're in the main computer because we can't find them anywhere.
It's so dumb the way they make those. The Death Star always has this like incredibly weak spot. If you shoot a bullet through it, the whole fucking planet blows up.
Yeah.
Or they allow access for a ship from the outside to just fly right through to the center and blow the thing up.
Yeah. Well, they tried to stop them. They sent out some ships and some cannons. And
Well,
stuff.
I'm sure
Come on.
I'm sure that thing wasn't. Let's just create a way that someone can get in. I think it has a useful purpose.
Maybe
It
Well, you
does
know what's
have a
annoying?
purpose, but
If you just watch Star Wars, the movie
Right.
Star Wars, you're like, oh, the rebels, they studied the plans, and the Empire in their hubris built this big impressive thing, but there's this one little weakness that they don't even know about that was just sort of like, happenstance. Hey, we figured out a way to blow this thing up. But then you go see Rogue One, which came out decades later, and you find out that the guy who designed the thing actually put that in there as a
MacGuffin hole.
he put a MacGuffin hole right in there so
Right in your MacGuffin
that
hole.
people could, an intentional weakness so that the rebels could exploit it and blow it up, which I think is
Yeah.
kind of
Well, who
not as cool.
designed it then?
This guy, Mads
It's a
Mikkelsen from,
Architecture firm.
yeah, Mikkelsen and Mikkelsen.
Mhm.
You also ships can fly at light speed, right?
hmm
Which I believe means that it's essentially, I don't know, is the idea that they're traveling close to light speed or light speed?
That's a good question. They're very fudgy about it in
Well,
Star Wars.
Since light
They're
speed would require an infinite amount of energy to go, then why wouldn't you just fly one of the ships into the Death Star at light speed? It's more than enough
That's what-
energy to completely destroy it, right?
Which basically
It's like a
happens in
kamikaze mission.
The Last Jedi. Last Jedi, Laura Dern does that. And ever
Yeah.
since everyone's like, hey, why didn't somebody just do that to the Death Star?
Yeah,
Just fly a
or
big
to
ship into the Death Star at light speed.
to any enemy ship, you just you
Yeah.
set it on light speed and you take a little pod out,
Yeah, you bring a little dummy drone with you.
or you sacrifice somebody.
But here's the question, though. So this is the question. Light speed is used quite often,
Yeah.
throughout these movies to get from A to B
hmm
or go from A to Z in one fell swoop.
Mhm.
Right.
Is there any way when they're in light speed, is there any way to steer? Are they navigating? Because how do you know the space in front of you is
You
clear?
don't get that impression that they know. It seems like it goes in a straight line.
Yeah.
Right,
Although Han
but
Solo's got
you're-
that thing in
you're-
Star Wars about without precise calculations, we would do exactly what Mike is worried about. We'd fly into something. So
Right. You would fly into some debris or another ship.
And also at
or-
that
or
speed, it doesn't
something.
matter how big the debris is. The debris could be the size of a dime,
Yeah.
and it would completely tear
Right.
through the ship.
maybe like the
Right.
Enterprise in Star Trek, they have sort of
Oh,
these
don't
sweep-
mix it up now.
It's so funny. You get
Don't cross the
technical
nerd
manual.
streams.
You know when you go out and buy the technical manual for the Enterprise D from Next Generation, and it says
Oh.
oh yeah, we took care of the
God
whole
damn it.
microscopic debris thing by having some sort of laser cow catcher on the front of the Enterprise that nobody can see and
Oh.
no one ever talks about.
And also,
Don't
by the
worry, it's
way,
there.
no one ever mentions time dilation, right? Well, there's all
Right.
kinds of problems. You're going to age at a different rate
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
point
all
of
your
view
friends
of
are
the
dead
people.
by the time you get there.
Yeah, they're all dead. They've been dead for 1,000,000 years by the time you get there. And also,
Yeah.
these galaxies, if they're anything like the one that we're living in,
hmm
are literally light years away from each other. So it would take a very long time, even at a high, incredible speeds, to get there. And then, of
Yeah.
course, like you said, the entire civilization would have come and gone by the time you're there.
Yeah,
There's many, many problems with it, but that's fine. I mean, I'm still on
Okay, no,
board.
wait a minute.
Me
wait a
too.
minute now.
What?
No, so let's just let's just really soak this in because I'm in a very introspective time in my life where
Yeah.
I'm thinking everything.
I've heard of this
Yeah.
before. This is
We don't really.
dyspepsia-induced contemplation. I've heard this.
Yeah. What have I done with my life and my stomach?
Yeah. And then you retrace your steps and you realize you've been eating chocolate since 8 a.m.
It's the root of all my problems.
All the evidence is
Since
there.
Childhood.
Chocolate is at my
All
fingertips.
the evidence.
There's chocolate footprints leading from the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Hey Jesus, how come there's only one set of chocolate footprints? What gives?
That's when you ate me because I'm a Jesus chocolate.
I'm a hollow Jesus chocolate.
I'm a hollow Jesus. That's where you ate me.
Oh God. Oh, my
ahead.
pockets every day are full of empty Kit Kat wrappers.
What's wrong with me and my
Empty
stomach?
Kit Kat.
Talk to me,
Empty
Kit
Kit Kat wrappers and empty cough drop wrappers.
Oh God.
One bite of Kit. Yeah.
Oh,
What
that's
am I doing?
disgusting, that combo.
Ooh.
The hell? But it's
I don't
it's every
feel
day I
good.
come home and I empty those wrappers out in the trash, right from my pockets,
Wow.
my jacket pockets.
Where are you getting all these
consumed
Kit
about
Kats?
1,000 cough drops at work.
You get
Yeah,
the little ones
yeah, work
in the
is
package or
Dangerous.
Yeah, no, they're at people's desks. You know, they Kit Kats, and then there's Kisses. Everybody loves the Hershey's Kisses. And then one of my coworkers came back from a meeting in Malaysia, and she gave me a Ziploc bag of like Asian Kit Kats, different flavors.
Oh, I see.
And they all have
like
like
the green tea
God.
Kit Kat and the weird.
Yeah, the grain tea one, which is you eat it, you're
Miso.
like, this is odd. This is disgusting.
Many of them
but I'm
are
gonna eat it
just
anyways.
plain gross.
I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like
Cherry
with fish
blossom
flakes.
Kit Kat.
Right.
Yeah, fish flakes Kit Kat.
Udon,
Miso Kit Kat.
anchovy
Yeah,
udon
udon,
flavor
Kit
Kit Kat,
Just straight salt Kit Kat.
Himalayan pink salt.
But it's like I don't know why my stomach hurts, and I've been double fisting
Doctor.
chocolate since I got up.
Right.
Is science able to solve this conundrum for me?
Yeah. I just had an oyster oil and Lutevisk flavored Kit Kat, and I'm wondering why my stomach is bothering me.
Oh, jeez. I don't
This
know.
wasabi
Okay,
Kit Kat is not sitting right. It's not solving everything the way I thought it would.
It
I can't
burns.
figure this out. I can't figure. The goggles do nothing.
This is not as enjoyable as I expected.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the jury's still out. Let me take another one of those. Yeah, it's horrifying.
It's just as bad as I remembered
Yeah.
moments ago.
Oh.
Hey, we see the Reverend Cleophas James. James Brown. He puts up a Blues Brothers poster, and I'm wondering if he knows that he inspired the Blues Brothers and put them on this quest that they're currently on. Does he know that? I guess he does. He sees that at least Jake saw the light and everything. But is he putting that together? Is he like, oh, these are those guys who were there that day, and they danced around and stuff, and they saw the light, and they yelled something about God bless the United States of America.
And they're wearing the same fakakta suits.
Right, they're hard to miss. Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Then they're at the beach. They're driving on the beach.
that's Lake Winnipesaukee or whatever.
It's Phil's Beach
Wazapamante.
on Bangs Lake
Oh,
in Wakanda. Wakanda forever.
Bang.
Wakanda, Illinois.
really?
I never put that together before.
That's called Wakanda?
Yeah, Wauconda.
Oh,
I'm gonna look that up again. Is that right?
Wakanda, or maybe it'd
Wow.
be funny if it was
Wakanda.
pronounced Wakanda.
Wakanda forever. It says the town motto. It's not true. I made that up just now.
It should be now. They
It
should have
should be now,
adopted
yeah,
it.
for God's
Yeah.
sake. Nominated for an Oscar, the old Black Panther.
Yeah, that's
Good movie.
I just don't understand. I mean, I do understand because I think it's not really based on whether it's a great movie or not. I mean, I can see why people
Yeah.
like the movie. I didn't really particularly like it, but I just don't understand why anybody thinks these comic book movies are good. None of them are good.
They're all really good. There are better ones than Black Panther, but Black Panther is really good.
None of them are really good.
Can't you basically say, with very few exceptions, can't you say that the Academy Award winners for Best Picture and all the nominations, aren't they really just people getting caught up in a certain movie for whatever reason?
Yeah, and maybe
there's
that's what it
buzz
is.
about
Maybe
it,
that's supposed
and
to
you look
be.
back years and years later, you're like, oh, really? That won
Yeah.
Best Picture? All right.
But maybe that's what
The English Patient?
Maybe that's what it means. I guess people get caught up with the best. I guess if they just said movie of the year, that might be a different way to say it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
If they say best
What
picture, it
movie,
gives people the impression
exemplifies
that
the
it's
year?
like a meritocracy of sorts, which it very much is
Right.
not. And it
Yeah.
has never been, as far as I can tell.
I think what
Right.
Dan is saying, and I kind of agree with him, is there's no, and this could be just the untrained, we're not full blown nerdlingers, so we can't really get the subtleties of
Yeah,
these
it's
movies.
It's like Tom talking about baseball.
What?
Right.
We shouldn't do it.
But
Hey, out of your
but there
league,
really
fellas.
is there's no difference to me. You make me watch any comic book movie, and they're all, I'll watch them, and I'll think they're entertaining, but there's no difference to them.
It's
They're
like
all ridiculous.
it's like if you don't drink a lot of coffee, all coffee tastes the same, and you can't tell it. It's like if you don't listen to a lot of blues, like I've been saying, all the
I don't
blues sounds
think
exactly
so.
the same.
I don't think it's like that. And here's why I don't think it's like that.
All right.
Well, it's a little bit like that, but if you drink more coffee, you start to go maybe, oh, this is good coffee versus this one's not so good. But all coffee is good, or coffee is a good thing.
Right.
The comic book movies are ridiculous, and I
They
don't
are,
understand
but they're
why.
at the base level, they're like inherently fun the way coffee is inherently good.
All right, I hear you. I don't think they're even inherently fun. I just think, more of this. It's just it's going to be another one of these. And Black Panther was different. It had some entertaining aspects to it, I suppose, but a lot of it is just like nonsensical, almost Tom Clancy-esque. We built this world, now we have to talk about the technical parts of it, and then people fighting in a dumb way. I just don't understand why that's supposed to be good. It's ridiculous to me.
They're all I'm a huge fan of the Marvel cinematic thing that's going on. Every one of them has been fun for me, and some are even great and good. I don't know. I'm just into it. I hear what you're saying. You know, there's like, I'm amazed that I haven't hit some sort of wall with this, like that I haven't gotten some sort of fatigue out of this.
Don't think I don't recognize that I'm an asshole right now. I just want you to know that I recognize that. Yeah. No, I didn't ask if you knew it. I'm saying I recognize it, but go ahead.
But like when Superman came out, comic book movies were few and far between, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Now you got
kind of a novelty.
Yeah, now it's like every other movie is a comic book movie. Then it's like
literally.
Okay. Yeah, and that's like, I mean, that's.
And they're not
at what point does it become not something special anymore?
Right.
I guess they haven't hit it yet.
They really haven't.
People do like it. You got to give it that. I mean, if you're running one of these, and they're also the costs are probably fairly predictable, aren't they? Given the fact that it's kind of a weird thing where the more CGI there is, the more predictable the cost of a movie, isn't it?
Yeah,
I was going to say, how is there any fluctuation between the price of any of these movies? Like,
right.
You make this much of a set and you put this much into the CGI and you pay these actors, and that's it.
And you got CGI, like an army of CGI people working all day long.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to, like, Wakanda can be completely generated. You don't have to fly to New Zealand to get that shot. So it's kind of interesting to me that
Yeah.
Anyway.
Someday we'll have our own movie studio. We can figure
What's the best comic book movie, Tom?
Of this current, of all time?
No.
Ever?
What is the best comic book movie of all time?
The best comic book movie of all time is probably Superman the movie, which Mike just referenced.
That's what I was going to say.
It's still the very best. I'd say that. I would say Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octopus. And although it's not a comic book movie, but it's a superhero movie, The Incredibles is probably the best superhero movie.
I like The Incredibles, but that's the thing. Once you're in the cartoon world, you can kind of also, but like minute by minute, instead of trying to be, I just feel like The Incredibles is way more entertaining than any of the live action ones. Just like vastly better.
Well, I mean, Superman.
Could be.
I mean, Superman the movie was a good movie because it really dealt with him growing up and his human side and his human family and feeling losing his dad. That was very like an origin story.
Yeah.
But it was a real movie, and it wasn't like all steeped in this, it has to be action packed and it has to be this and it has to be that. And
someone just pointed out to me recently, there's not one fight scene in that whole movie, in Superman the movie, which is kind of incredible.
There has to be a fight.
It's metaphorical. He's fighting with himself in this one.
In a way, yes.
Yeah, there isn't any fighting, is there?
That movie's incredible. It's incredible because they take it, they put a guy in a very sort of traditional, straight Superman costume. They just dress him up like Superman, and he's walking around Manhattan. And you're like, oh my God, Superman's alive. It's like there's that guy looks just like Superman, and he's in this very real, Manhattan metropolis place with Gene Hackman and all these very real New York people and stuff. And it's like, it's how are these two things coexisting? That's incredible. And it works perfectly well.
And Ned Beatty.
That's pretty interesting.
And Ned Beatty. Mr. Luthor. Looks like a burnoose.
Yeah, they had so good. They had Ned Beatty and what is it? Gene Hackman and God, that's fantastic.
Tessmacher.
Yeah.
This is Test my
Valerie
car!
Perrine.
See, it was good because, here's the thing. It was good because it was really genuinely novel. Graphic novel.
Hey.
But no, it was really genuinely novel to have a movie like this, but I don't think it was calling for what we got now, number one. And number two, it also wasn't up for Best Picture.
Right.
I mean,
that's true.
You know what was up for Best Picture, though, that year?
What?
Well, The Deer Hunter.
Yeah?
Heaven Can Wait.
Oh my God, I love Heaven Can Wait.
Midnight Express.
I've never seen Midnight
An
Express.
Unmarried Woman. Coming Home. 1978 films, so the 79 Oscars.
Yeah.
So right around the time that Blues Brothers was being made. And,
I was going to say they don't make movies like that anymore, and they also don't have rosters of Best Picture nominees like that anymore. Oh my God.
No.
You know what's the best? You know what's the best superhero movie?
What?
Dan knows this one.
Uh-oh.
What do you think's the
I
best
don't.
superhero movie? The best
I guess
superhero movie where a superhero comes from nowhere.
I guess
You're not getting it.
I know. I can tell there's
movie-
something you're getting to here, but and so far it's my fault. But in a couple seconds it'll be your fault.
Exactly. The best superhero movie is The Natural.
Oh,
How did I
I
know
actually
it's gonna
thought
be
of
a
that, Mike.
baseball
I should have
movie?
just said it.
You should have just said it.
He is like a superhero.
He is.
It's
And
true.
this is, and I'm not saying it as a joke. If you even read the book, the Bernard Malamud book,
Yeah, it's like a King Arthur kind of story.
Yes, this guy comes from the middle. He comes from nowhere, and he's on a path to be the best, most, probably in a comic book sentence, the best baseball player ever.
Yeah.
And he gets derailed. He gets shot.
Yeah.
And he comes back as an older man to give it one more shot, and he does rise almost to the mythic proportions that he cannot be stopped by anybody.
And
But he
fails
has
in the end.
but he has that one weakness.
Yep.
He has that one
The
Achilles
ladies.
heel. No, I'm saying, but even then, he still has that. Yeah, his weakness for for letting his guard down and taking his eye off the prize. But even when he
Right.
comes back, he still has that one chink in his armor, and that's when what's his name says, "You know what? You're a loser."
You're a loser.
Hmm.
Darren
Darren
McGavin.
Darren McGavin says,
Calls him a Monday Noodle, doesn't he? That's awful.
Monday.
Why does he do that? He cuts a man down.
You're
But
right.
he still as like an epic superhero, he still goes out there, half dead,
And it's mythic.
knocks the ball in the goddamn lights.
And well, that's the movie. But and the other thing is about
In the
that.
book, he
What's
fails.
interesting about that? What's interesting about that also is that it's sort of he's an amalgamated character based on actual baseball history. So there's this kind of cool. It'd be as if you made a new superhero and it just had combined a bunch of superhero aspects of like famous ones that we know about. To me, that's the people that I sort of look at and think that they're like super people. Like
Right.
when I see what Mookie Betts can do, I just think, how could you possibly be that good? It's amazing. And what Mike Trout can do, I just think, oh my goodness, like he's not human. It's amazing.
Right. But at the same time,
So if you're like
when
that and you grew up in the 50s or whatever and you saw Ted Williams, which Robert Redford kind of patterned his swing off of that, and it looks real good in the movie. He looks great playing baseball.
yeah,
He looks great.
But
doing
he
that,
also got-
he's Robert Redford.
He got shot like, what's his name? Eddie Waitkiss? Is that the guy's name? There was a guy that got shot just like that in a hotel in the
Wow.
30s
was.
in Chicago, a shortstop. And he combines all these people from the Black Sox scandal and stuff.
hmm
It's
Oh,
like
wow.
a combined
But he also-
mythic tale.
right. But him as a player, when he doesn't have that weakness, when he isn't, when he can do no wrong, and he can actually do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
He's
that,
like-
and so
it's
to
like
me,
he's
that
from
was
the
like, as a
Krypton.
kid, you're watching that. It's like he is a superhero, but he has that one little tiny weakness that, he has this bullet in his stomach that will eventually bring him down.
Yep.
But if he didn't
That's good.
follow, so that to me
Highly
is a
recommended.
great superhero movie.
Is that how you feel now, Mike, that there's a bullet in your stomach that's going to bring you down eventually?
Fuck you, Tom. It hurts.
It was put there by Barbara Hershey. Except for it wasn't Barbara Hershey, it was just Hershey.
It was just plain old Hershey.
Oh! I love it. That's who shot him in the movie, Tom. It was Barbara Hershey.
It wasn't. It was Kim Basinger.
No, Kim Basinger comes on later.
Kim Basinger back then. Oh, really?
But,
you're talking. No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn Close.
She's in there somewhere? Okay.
Glenn Close is his muse.
Doesn't he date Wilford Brimley in that movie?
But the ghost of Hershey got Mike right in the stomach.
Right
like
in the
a bullet.
That's terrible. Poor Mike.
In about 45 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be. Oh
boy. Let's make sure we're off the air for that.
Oh, I want that live. I want to capture that.
I want to get back to the Blues Brothers, but let me ask you this question. Is Sherlock Holmes a superhero?
Well, that's a good... I mean,
he seems to have a crazy, inhuman superpower. His deductive abilities, they seem like something no other human would have. And he's pitted against a foe with like the same power, basically, but he's evil. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
I think that's a valid. I wouldn't argue with you too much.
Then don't. Just don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's funny that all the girls on the beach are so delighted that there's a used cop car with a loudspeaker driving on the beach, and they're out of their seats and they're crowding it, and they just couldn't be more delighted and more excited about this. I don't know if that makes a ton of sense to me.
Mike,
and suddenly it's ladies' night.
Yeah,
Mike doesn't care.
He's trying to stay alive.
I'm getting that kind of acidic taste on my mouth.
Oh God.
Now. Oh Jesus.
Wow. Take it easy. Lay down if you have to.
Throw something alkaline in there.
Yeah.
That's like the first sign that the streak's about to go down is when you have that like.
What happened to you?
That little acidic. I don't know. I'm fighting through it though.
When
you are
DiMaggio famously hit for 56 straight games in 1941, his streak was broken, and then the next day he began another 18-game hitting streak, something like 18 games.
Yeah,
pretty remarkable. But Mike, you seem like it's only very short streaks now after the first after the one big long.
You hardly call them streaks.
Yeah,
I mean, for the record, you barfed like a month ago, right? Or so.
Yeah,
it's pitiful, Mike.
Yeah,
pitiful.
It was about a month and a half ago, and it was the real deal. It was like a fire hose.
Oh, like Stand By Me.
Yeah, where it's just like
we just watched that with my son.
Oh yeah,
a lot of cussing in that movie.
There is.
You know what's funny about that movie? The funniest part about that movie, I know this Stand By Me is a laugh riot, but the funniest part is when you see it in the theater in 1985 or 6, whatever it was. And Richard Dreyfuss, this is when home computers, like barely anybody had a home computer, or it wasn't like a across the board thing. Not everybody had them. He finishes writing this whole life story of his childhood and everything. He looks it over and then he turns off the computer, and half the audience in the theater goes, because they know that he just lost everything. Like he didn't save or do anything like that, which of course they're not going to do in the movie because nobody, like half the audience wouldn't know what he was doing. And it'd be
that happened in 86 when you saw it, you said?
Yeah. Yeah. My family had a computer, like a IBM computer, and I guess about like 30 other people in the theater did too, because he just turns it off without doing anything else, and we knew that he just lost everything. Yeah.
What about the two questions. One, you sure it's not just the monitor?
I mean, maybe that was, I don't know. It looks like there's a monitor on the base of like on top of the the hard drive and everything, the actual business of the computer. And there's a big fat red switch on the side of that he just flips off.
And okay, and the other question would be, are you sure that it isn't part of the story that he turns it off? That it actually is him supposed to be turning it off?
Like he just gets it out, he writes it out, and then he just gets rid of it.
And he's
it's out of him now. What? He doesn't need it in print. That's possible, Dan. That's interesting.
He thinks, you know what? Forget it. I'm throwing it away. It's too melodramatic. Yeah. And we'll never get the rights to all those 50 songs. Forget it.
And I made up most of it anyway. Forget it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
The body wasn't dead. It was only dazed.
Yeah. Wasn't dead until we got there and finished him off.
You want to go see a dazed body?
want to go kill a kid? I should probably get rid of this evidence. I shouldn't have written this down. This is incriminating.
That's a good movie, though, isn't it? Looking back,
it is a good movie. Yeah, it works. It still holds up. It's a lot of cussing in that movie for an 11-year-old kid. Yeah, lots of shits and fucks.
Right. Doesn't matter.
How is that? Did you read the story, the Stephen King story? Now, how is it compared to the movie? Is it the same, or is it?
It's essentially the same. Like, I remember seeing the movie and being surprised that they put in the whole barfing thing, the whole what's his name? I forget the guy's name was, but wide load, like the whole pie eating barfing scene.
Yeah. Oh, that's
because that's in the story. And I was like, oh, they actually went ahead and did that. That's awesome.
Oh, I'd get such relief if I could do that right now.
Just a fire hose.
I'm trying to remember the last time I threw up, I think, was on the Red Line platform at Addison in like 2006 or something.
Well, you mentioned this. You can go right to the trash can there, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I told the story. I was on the train. I just eaten Jimmy John's, which I blamed for. I don't know if that's actually what made me sick, but that's what came out, so I'm blaming it. And I was on the train on my way home from work, and the doors open at like Belmont, and I'm like, oh, I should really. I was like waiting to get off at Belmont just to like, because I had to get off. This wasn't near my stop or anything, but I had to get off and barf. I was like, the doors open. I'm like, oh no, I think I'll make it. I think it's the wave has gone by and I'm okay. I think I'll make it. The doors close. I'm like, oh my God, here comes the wave. I'm not going to make it at all. And we made it to Addison, and the doors open, and I stumbled out, and I just found the nearest trash can. And just went rah, 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 rah. Just like the guy, the big, tall,
cold cuts,
gangly goon, just
warmed up cold cuts,
lettuce flying out of there. Jesus. And I'm like, this is what happens sometimes in the big city. You see a big, tall guy barfing into a trash can. It's all right, everybody. Nothing to see here. Move along.
With khaki pants and white tennis shoes.
Jolly green giant suit. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I wear this to work every day. Don't make a big deal out of it. It's all right. Barfing in my Jolly Green Giant costume.
The day I threw up the last time, it was with the Jason's Deli. I ate the salad bar. I had a big salad.
Uh-oh.
And that's what came out like at 3 a.m. the next day. It was like wet lettuce.
Oh, God. It's the lettuce. Why is it? That's what I'm fixated on from that Jimmy John's, is the lettuce.
Yeah, I was like, it's just like,
And
then the time before, back in college, like because the one I threw up when it came out, when the sun got me, the sun was too bright. That was kind of just, it just kind of like, and it was just like, it just like spilled out. It wasn't even really, it wasn't even really like, it was more like it came out and I was just like spitting it out.
Yeah.
But the last time I really went to town was in like 1992, I believe, and when I was in first year in Florida, when I was in school in Florida.
Nirvana's playing in my head now, like setting the scene. Go.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come as you are.
It was, and I remember after I went to town, and it was exactly like that. It was all systems go. And I remember the thing, and you always remember what you just ate because that was what you have to deal with after. You have to see it. You have to.
Yeah.
It was a gas station hamburger from from like a really bad gas station, like in Dade City, Florida.
One of the bad gas stations.
And I remember after I emptied out, there was a piece of it, like the burger, stuck in my mouth, like
oh God,
between my lip and gum, and that's when I was like, what am I doing? No. Oh,
I'm sorry, Mike.
I just want like a scoop of ice cream or something.
Really? Would that do it? You just want something cold, or you just want something? I'm not offering anything. I'm miles away, but
have some yogurt.
I don't know. I think we should. No, God, no. What are you fucking trying to kill me?
Have some Clams Casino with some cigarette butts in it.
You fucker. Why don't you have some imitation crab legs?
You know what you need right
imitation
now, Mike?
crab leg Kit Kats.
Right now, you need a nice French dip sandwich while you're soaking in a jacuzzi tub.
Yeah, you just let it
of your own making.
Fucker. Or you know what you need? You need stay in the jacuzzi, but have one of those bread bowls with the chowder in it, with the bread bowl.
Yeah, just hold it in your hand, right?
Yeah.
So the bread gets all soft from the steam from the jacuzzi, that chlorine.
Oh no, I get it.
Jesus Christ.
I get it.
Make me sick.
I
this
get
game
it.
Isn't fun anymore.
I'm telling you, I might have to.
Sloppy Joe.
I think we
might
should
have
keep
to sloppy Joe.
keep the satellite stream going because I might.
You might be having your own satellite stream.
No, I'm saying just keep the tape rolling because we might have an event in a minute.
I understand.
I think you had like some of those weird Kit Kats with like, and then somebody brought over like some SARS on them or something.
Green tea.
Yeah,
it was the green tea Kit Kat.
It's the urinal cake Kit Kat, like the one that Tucker McElroy is peeing on right now.
Oh, right. So he's peeing. The wall has a lot of stuff on it.
It really does. There's a lot of information on that wall.
Yeah.
I thought
Cathy does parties.
Kathy does parties.
I thought
Good
maybe
news,
we'd go
everybody.
over some of it. I've written some of it down here.
Oh, good. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, just looking at it, Jesus saves, it says.
Sure.
But it's kind of messy. It looks like it says Jesus save.
Yeah.
Spelled without the extra S as you and I do.
Golf.
Now.
Couple of penises.
It might be true that Jesus saves, but evidently Jocko rules. That's what it says there.
Totally. It's a
I don't know
Devo
what that
reference.
is. And another
Michael Jackson.
On another part, like on
maybe.
the other on the left side of Tucker McElroy is a simple crude cock and balls.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's what it would be if there was like if early man had done cock and balls on like a cave wall.
They just discovered cock and balls.
Oh,
and then below it
as well as they could render it.
And below it says Steve. And it's part of the same piece though, so it's I don't know if Steve's like I don't know if Steve right. It's a caption. It won the bathroom caption contest.
Yeah. Not pictured
it said,
Steve.
Is it supposed to be Steve's cock and balls, or is he signing it like you would sign a piece that you did?
A Steve joint. Yeah.
A Steve joint. Very good. And then it says for a good time call, and then it's illegible, and then it says ask for Sid.
Sure.
So, and then you've got one that says TJ sucks.
Yeah.
That's just by itself. Then you got one that says what appears to say Rick Bake, but it's probably Rick Baker.
I want it to be, yeah.
The
it's
famous,
blocked by the guy's hat, but
it's blocked by the guy's cowboy hat. Yeah, but it could be. It's got to be a reference to the legendary effects. What is it? Like visual makeup effects artist.
Yeah,
Rick Baker, like the best of all time.
He worked with Landis at least twice, maybe more.
Yes, I see American Werewolf in London. He did, which is a great, like it might be the greatest example ever of such art. Of his artwork.
I would agree.
He did Thriller.
Yes.
And he did Coming to America.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, he did.
Okay,
yeah.
So, all right. So now you got your tie-in. It's if that's the Rick Baker, then also Jocko Rules is Michael Jackson. That was Michael Jackson's nickname was Jocko.
Was that his nickname back then? Why does it seem like a more like later '80s or even '90s nickname?
Well, maybe, yeah. But he also hadn't made Thriller yet, so.
Right.
I don't know if they would have this, but maybe it is a reference to Michael Jackson.
It's a pre-reference to something that
By the way,
happened. Like Caddyshack and The Shining.
Yep, they had that Shining preference in it. Rick Baker also, by the way, worked on one of our favorites, Ed Wood, with the grunting.
Oh my God, that guy's a brilliant genius,
isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to alarm anybody, but I'm gonna.
What's happening?
I'm going to move locations.
Oh, all right. Coming to you live
just
from
in case.
Mike's.
Just in case.
No cookie will go untossed.
Mike's.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Mike's Streak Shack.
We might get a Richard Christie here or something. We could use it for phony phone calls.
We'll try to alert people, listeners, before this happens. You might not want to hear it.
There's something on the wall that just says there's drawings of the Blues Brothers. Some crafty person drew the Blues Brothers.
They're not bad.
And next to it just says Walrus.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be a part of like the something sucks above it or the ask for Sid. It's just
that's
Walrus.
TJ sucks. It looks to be like a TJ sucks. I can't be sure, but that's probably what it is.
That seems about right. Yeah.
TJ
and then
sucks.
more to the point with that we get the tonight only the Blues Brothers genuine rhythm and blues show and review Palace Hotel Ballroom tonight only.
Yeah.
To which Tucker McElroy says tonight only, and he's excited and he snaps his fingers. But how does he know when that was written?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, like
that was
if
pretty
you
good,
saw
Mike.
something written on a wall like that, would you think, "Oh, that's got to be tonight," or that 2 months ago it was that night?
Yeah, I would not assume that this prime real estate on the wall right above the urinal, like eye level,
Right.
was just taken up like today.
That'd be great
know,
if there was
I would
think
it's
would still be
prime. That's prime eye level peeing real estate. And
Yeah.
He should have ran his finger over it to see if the ink was
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
there
That's what I
right.
always do.
and licked it.
That'd be funny if they did a drawing of
Fresh.
that. That'd be funny if they did a drawing of that
2 days.
day's drawing of that day's New York Times to show that it's the same day.
Mhm.
Yeah. That would
Yeah.
have been good. That's what the
I'm gonna
pros
tell
do.
you something.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep an eye on me because I get funnier right before I throw up.
Oh,
Oh yeah? Oh, good.
Okay.
This will be good for the show.
it's gonna be great. He's gonna reach a moment of.
I'm a little nervous.
You know how like when you go light
There's
speed,
that
like we
spit.
said, it takes
Oh.
infinite energy. Mike's gonna become infinitely funny for just a second. It's like the Large Hadron Collider.
yeah.
CERN.
Yeah.
Yes,
Finding the
sir.
Di Maria particle.
It's like the CERN collider in France.
Yeah. Okay, there's Cathy
tell you
does
so-
Cathy does parties with parties
Yeah.
misspelled Partys. Cathy
Yeah.
does parties. It's really good. There's
Even if that was spelled
Yeah.
correctly, what exactly does that mean? Like Cathy will show up at your party, or Cathy does party? It's true. She does party. It wouldn't be parties.
No,
though.
she does. You know what that means, Tom.
Yeah, I do. I
yeah.
was trying to make conversation.
Debbie does Dallas.
I think
Cathy
the
does
feel.
parties.
Do you
Yeah.
think the feeling of light speed? The feeling of light speed is that. So right when you're like, yep, here it comes. I'm gonna throw up, and you have that first involuntary spasm in your stomach,
Oh, it might be.
and then when it that as you're up chucking, I think that's light speed, isn't it?
It could be. It's like that line from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right, guys? Right? Where he says, "Yeah,
Oh.
light speed is a lot
Lightness.
like being it's a lot like being drunk." And the guy's like, "Well, that's not so bad. What's so bad about being drunk?" And he says, "Ask a glass of water." But
Oh,
See?
I understand that.
it's
I
that
get
kind
it.
of feeling.
I
Yeah.
get it.
I don't
See?
understand it.
Yeah. Don't
Mike's
worry,
not going to
Mike.
understand stuff for a few minutes. It's all right.
There'd certainly
stuff
be a
on his
lot of
mind and on
G's
his gut.
involved, wouldn't there?
I would think so. Jeez.
Jeez.
Oh, they got your
Right, send
inertial
in the
dampeners,
bathroom.
though, Dan. At least on the
Oh,
Enterprise, any good
I'm
solid
sorry.
Federation ship is going to have inertial dampeners.
Uh,
My friend's plan was my friend Brandon always had the plan like for the greatest sabotage you could do on like Star Trek would be to sabotage the inertial dampeners on a ship
sabotage.
while it was in warp. Sabotage, I'm sorry.
In Star
and
Trek, it's
then,
sabotage.
And then Star Trek it's sabotage.
Yeah.
And then when they come out of warp, everybody just goes right through the windshield. Like
Mhm.
jelly.
That'd be great.
That'd be
Well,
good.
speaking of
No
jelly,
seatbelts.
Uh-oh.
I'm in the bathroom. And I'm looking through because
Are you sitting
the
down?
kids like face. Yeah, I'm just sitting like on the edge of the.
Lay
of
down.
the-
Get
of
that
the,
cold tile on your face, on your
The
on
full
your
experience.
I don't have enough room in here to lay down. I might just go lay in the tub. I'm sitting on the
Wow.
edge of the tub.
You want Dan to hold your hair?
I don't have any hair.
Okay.
Body. Yeah.
I should just take a picture of myself sitting on the tub.
Please
Yeah,
do.
you should.
No, but the kids like face masks. You know,
Oh,
face
sure.
masks for,
yeah,
yeah.
the beauty
Yeah, it's a
things.
big thing
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm looking at one that I brought back from Korea, and it's a snail slime mask,
Oh, weird.
snail gold mask.
That'll fix you
And
right
I should
up.
just open it up.
Just slap
But
that
I
on
just
there.
think I should just. I think I need to like just get this out, so I think I should just like force.
Really?
Make sure- Make sure you hit the mic. Make
So I
sure
was
you hit
gonna
the
open
mute
up.
button. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want
Or
to hear
not.
it.
yeah. You want to miss this?
I don't think anybody
You
wants
don't
to
want to
hear
hear
it.
it?
When the
This is gonna be-
fucking
this is gonna be
mute
a-
button.
Editorial decision later on.
I thought you were saying just make sure you hit the toilet because last time
Yeah,
it was
that
all
too.
everywhere.
Just hit the mute
sorts of
button,
hits.
will you?
All right. Well, I won't be around. I'm fighting it.
Yeah.
All right.
You're a champion. You got
You guys
this.
go up. You
The
guys
champ.
go
You're
up.
number one. You're
Everything's
Apollo
okay.
Creed.
Hey, number one.
Hey, I got a thing
I'm
to
the
say
Duke.
about the movie The Blues Brothers. They're driving around. They run out of gas,
Oh god.
and then oh god,
Keep going.
No, go ahead. I'm okay. I'm
They're
getting out of
driving-
here.
they,
I'm not.
they cut to an establishing shot of the Palace Hotel, the exterior of the Palace Hotel, but then they cut to Jake and Elwood pushing the gasless Bluesmobile into a gas station,
Mhm.
and then we're going to find out
Yeah.
next episode that then after that they cut to an interior of the Palace Hotel ballroom. And I just think it's weird. I don't know why they have that establishing shot where they do, because it's establishing something that they're not cutting to yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mike's about to
You know what we
barf.
have established? You know what they're selling inside the Hotel Palace ballroom, don't you?
What? Orange
They
whips?
got orange whips.
Oh, orange
They do.
whips.
yeah,
Have
they're
orange
coming.
whips.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do have orange whips in there.
Hey, we need to make a. Maybe we should discuss this on the show. We need to make a show decision. Our credo this whole time, our decision way at the beginning was that any musical number would be its own episode. We wouldn't stop a musical number, just because it didn't fit into 2 minutes or
I
something.
see where you're going with
But coming up is the Cab Calloway Minnie the Moocher, which intercuts between that and scenes of Jake and Elwood doing their thing and stuff, not necessarily part of the musical number. But do we still keep that as one episode?
Yeah.
Well, the music is still playing.
God damn it!
I think you're right that it does not stop playing throughout those
Either way.
minutes.
Because as they're walking through the thing, they're walking through the music,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
which is actually kind of cool.
It is cool. All right. My inclination is to keep it all as one thing.
Yeah, me too.
I have some thoughts on that scene, but I'll wait.
Yeah,
I
you have
guess.
to wait.
I
Yeah.
think you will.
Probably wait.
You got to wait.
All right. Yeah, let's do some trivia because I don't know how much longer I can handle.
Yeah, well, you said it. That's
Said
that
the magic words.
music, like an old
Trivia
friend.
brought to you tonight by Kit Kat. Enjoy a Kit Kat with a friend.
Right. Now with less tar.
Now,
Korean Kit Kat.
I don't know. Just the Kit Kat. It's a friend. Break me
Kit
off a
Kat,
piece of that
now
Kit
with more
Kat
green
bar.
tea.
Yeah,
That must
now
be the
with
tea.
more wasabi and ginger.
Yeah.
Oh, ginger would help. Ginger's good for your stomach.
Oh, is that true?
Oh, fish flake Kit
fish
Kat.
flake.
Yeah, ginger is very good for your stomach.
Hey, I just looked up candy trivia. You want to do candy trivia?
Candy.
Since we're talking about Kit Kats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're talking about Kit Kats.
Yeah, let's do that.
On
I
average,
like this. I like this direction.
on average, 112 of what weighs 1 pound? Potato chips, cashews, plain M&Ms, or popcorn kernels?
Well, only one of them is a
Wait, say it
fucking
again. How
candy.
many?
512.
Wait, say it.
512 of what weighs 1 pound? You
M&Ms.
need 512 of these things to weigh a pound.
M&M's.
M&M sounds about
Saying
right.
M&Ms?
It's the only candy
I'm gonna
listed.
say
Yeah.
it is the only candy. Correctly, nicely done. That was correct. Well done. Good deducing. Dan.
SAT kind of thing there.
What spice is used to flavor licorice candy? Caraway, fennel, cumin,
what's
Fennel.
anise.
Fennel. Anise, actually. Anise.
I think it is anise.
It is anise. It anise because that's
Yes.
I noticed they taste like
Yeah.
anise.
It tastes like anise holes. What candy bar originally came in 3 pieces and had 3 different flavors? Kit Kat, the dreaded Kit Kat,
Mm.
Payday,
it's Kit
Three
Kat,
Musketeers,
Kit Kat.
or York Peppermint Patties.
Kit
I
Kat
kind of
all
want
the
to say
way.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. Kit
Obviously,
Kat.
Kit Kat.
It is.
Oh,
'cause there's two-
incorrect.
Whoa.
Wow, the answer was Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers.
Oh, that
It was like
makes
chocolate. Kind of like whatever.
yeah,
What are they called? You know what I'm saying? Charleston Chew.
yeah.
I can picture it being like that.
Oh, I
Okay.
noticed when it said all for one on the package. I didn't realize that. I thought it was a sale.
All right.
Dan Lewis, everybody.
Thank you.
In
All right, keep
1995,
coming.
which color of M&M was voted into packages by the public? Red, green, purple, or blue?
Green.
Purple.
It's green.
I want to say red. No, I want to say blue.
Green.
It's going to be
Purple.
blue.
Blue. It's gonna be blue. You're right.
It is blue, you sons of bitches. Red was one they got rid of for a while because it gave you cancer, and then they figured out how to make red without killing people, and they put it back. But that was in 1995.
It is green.
It is not green. Which
It
candy
is.
slogan is "Makes mouths happy"? That's disgusting. Red Vines, Good and Plenty, Twizzlers, or Sugar Rope? Twizzlers.
Twizzler. I think it's a Twizzler.
I think it's Twizzlers. They like make like a smile out of the Twizzlers. Yes, it was Twizzlers.
They had those weird animated commercials with the mouth, like the teeth and mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
What happened?
Sounded a little weird for a minute, but it's probably just your gut. Which
You cut
of
it out.
these was not among the 4 original Starburst flavors? Cherry, strawberry, lemon, or lime? It's got to be lime, right?
Lime. Why would there be lime?
Lime.
Yeah, lime. Why would you do
Lime, yeah.
lemon and lime? That's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my God, incorrect. Cherry. How do you not have
Oh my
cherry?
Gosh.
My son
That
actually doesn't
one,
like cherry
the
flavored
cherry
candy.
one is gross.
Cherry is way too much most of the time. Most cherry
It's
flavored
very-
candy is too much.
It's very strong. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
really
it's aggressive.
out of control.
I like
Yeah.
a nice strawberry usually.
Oh yeah.
Which of the
Well,
there's
watermelon.
21 of these. I don't know if we want to do
One of the
21.
best
but we'll do-
flavors, watermelon, for anything.
Watermelon's really good.
Just keep going.
Green
just
apple.
keep
Anyway,
going, yeah.
which of the following best describes a Boston baked bean candy? Are they chocolate covered beans? Are they sugar coated peanuts, sugar coated almonds, or chocolate covered raisins?
Sugar coated peanuts.
Sugar covered
I think
peanuts.
you're right.
Peanuts.
Let's see. The
I know
computer's
my
tallying.
fucking
Yes,
Candy. I'll tell you right now.
you do. Okay, which
Oh, yeah.
candy is known for being extremely sour? Jolly Ranchers, Smarties, Warheads, or Fireballs? I think Warheads.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
warhead, isn't it?
Jolly Ranchers can be sour, but yeah, Warheads. Well, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do 2 more of these. That'll be an even 10, and that's
Okay.
nice. What candy was
10.
named after a family's horse? Snickers, Twix, Milky Way, or Butterfinger? I don't know why that's funny.
Snickers.
Yeah, let's go with
Snickers.
Oh,
Snickers.
Snickers is a good... Wow.
Snickers.
That's absolutely right. Wow, Snickers.
Mm.
Butterfinger. I'm just picturing a
That
horse
would be
named
weird.
Butterfinger. That's making me happy. What holiday
is funny.
boasts the highest candy sales?
Easter.
Easter, Halloween, Christmas, or Valentine's?
Halloween.
Oh shit! Halloween. It's
If
gotta
it's
be
not Halloween,
then.
I don't understand anything in the world.
Halloween.
That's crazy.
Halloween. Okay.
Yeah, it's
And that was trivia.
Oh my! Candy trivia. That
Candy
was the lucky
trivia. Nobody
pull.
saw that coming. Now, after all that
Wow.
sucrose and everything,
Not even-
how you feeling, Mike?
I'm in pain.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm in pain. I'm
Jesus,
laying
I'm
down
sorry,
now,
Mike.
so it's there's nothing to be sorry
Yeah.
about. It's just the stomach troubles, you know.
That's sad,
We'll
though.
fight
We,
through
don't, we care about you.
I'm
We
sorry,
don't want
it's
you to be
anything, no.
suffering.
It'll be fine. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
really quick, how do we feel about Ray Charles putting his poster up on the wall upside down? Is that plain old stupid, or is it actually pretty funny?
That's a funny.
I'm gonna be
sidekick.
honest with you.
Yeah, be honest.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to enjoy that joke, but I enjoy that joke.
It's pretty
Well,
funny.
But it's pretty amazing that he got it like straight. He got it centered though. It's just upside
Got it
down.
beautifully straight.
I thought,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought she
Yeah.
should be like cockeyed a little bit and upside down.
Or just like facing the wall or something, just completely backwards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's very proud
You know
of
what would be
himself.
great? It would be great. He got it really straight. You know what would be great is if he screwed up the take by putting it right side up.
That sneak, that scamper.
How do you think they said? How do you think they said? Because this would be kind of like, all right, if they're doing a casting call, say, okay, we need a little person for this shot, right? And the little
Right.
person comes out, yeah. I know you need a dwarf. I'm gonna dress up as an elf, right? Yeah.
Right. Not playing the Rhett Butler role.
So if they're
Yeah.
thinking like with Ray Charles, is like, do they let him in on the sight gag, or they say, we're just gonna film you putting this poster up
Yeah,
because they don't want to tell
that's
them
what I
we're
was
gonna make
asking about
fun.
old people in
Right.
Yeah.
in Caddyshack with the
Haverkamps.
with the Haverkamps.
Yeah.
The
Like, hey,
Haverkamps, yeah.
the joke is that you are you. You're an old person and kind of doddering, and that's what's really funny.
Right.
And like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're blind, you can't see, so you're going to do the thing upside down.
Hmm.
It's hysterical.
Or do they tell him, hey, you're gonna put this upside down, and they all have a laugh, or they just don't tell him.
I
They just
kind
say,
of
"We're
think
gonna
that's
film
part of
you."
what makes me think it's funny is that I feel like Ray Charles is in on the joke and went along with that. So I sort of think that it's kind of funny in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like he's saying, oh, it's funny that I, a blind guy, would put this up upside down. That's funny.
See, and I think it'd be funny that they just say, hey, let's just shoot him putting a poster up and tell him, we're shooting you, put the poster up.
Oh.
This will be a real quick one.
Yeah, why
and
does
now
he have
you'll
to
go
know?
have lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have to know
It doesn't
that.
affect the shot at
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
And then,
Oh,
then they all
God.
laugh. Like, look
Meeting
at him.
the
Just
artist halfway.
look at the blind bastard. Just put it upside down. See, I'm getting funnier. That means
Uh-oh.
it's coming.
That's not
This is
good.
dangerous. This is a
Yeah.
bad barometer for what's about to
Get
happen.
off
That's
fat.
not
Get off
good.
fat.
Stay on
Get
target.
off fat. Hey, if you
Stay
want to get
on
off fat, we
target.
could move on to thanking our beautiful patrons. You want to do that? We want to thank all our buddies over there. We got
That'd be
our
great.
growing legion of supporters of
And
the
don't-
Blues Brothers Minute. What?
And we'll tell them that we'll have some extra content coming soon.
Yeah, we're working
Right.
on some extra bonus content for you awesome people over
Yeah.
there. And if you want to be awesome, head over to Patreon, Patreon. .com. T-I-G-E-R.
She's a Hellcat.
Patreon.com/ditchdiggers. And you can support the show over there at a variety of different levels. It will get you a variety of different bonus things like early access to the show.
Yeah.
You can get your name read on the air like we're about to do with these nice people. You can get postcards from the gang. That's us. And just the feeling of belonging and being.
And I'm about to go record some extra content right now. So if
ringing off the acoustic tiles of his bathroom.
Yeah.
But first, as Mike does that, we want to thank our buddies Mark Mavora, Captain America, Snoke Porterhouse, Porg Snorterhouse. He changed his name. Porg Snorterhouse.
Whoa.
Porgs, of course, from The Last Jedi.
No.
Controversial, cute little creatures. I did not hate them like I thought I was going to, so I'm good with it. We also want to thank Matt Carson, Scott Bishop, Private Pile, and our newest member over there, Bill Turner. Thank you all. You are the best people on the face of the earth.
What kind of name is Bill Turner?
It's not that funny. Bill Turner.
I don't get the joke. I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Yeah, what is it? Bill Turn her, Bill
Turner.
Bill me for the turn. Yeah,
I get it.
I don't know. It's over my head.
Okay.
It's a little too erudite.
Bill Turn
It's
her.
Patreon.com ditch diggers. And yeah, we're winding up the show now, as you can tell. But should I vamp so that we have time to hear Mike barf? I can't tell. I will very gradually tell you to go to Twitter. Tune in next week to hear Mike finally barf.
I don't know.
Blues Brothers Minute over on Twitter, Blues Bros Minute on Facebook. You can find us at the Blues Brothers Minute Listeners Hole, where Mike will post pictures of himself sitting in the tub waiting to barf. Find us on iTunes. Please rate, review, and subscribe so that the people
I just had a vision of like a bowl of mashed potatoes in my head. Now I feel sick.
Oh God.
I don't know why. I just thought of mashed potatoes. The French.
Excellent.
All right.
Hey, you scratched my ankle!